Hi, and welcome to The Ring is Chosen. This week I have two guests joining me, Seth and Billiam.
Heyo.
Seth is filling in for Crystal this week, and Billiam is here to bring us an X-Men roundup because, well, we just haven't been up to date with our X-Men very much.
Very sad. Very, very sad.
Well, because Crystal and I have just lost and confused whenever we pick up an X-Men
single X-Men comic book.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
so depressing.
It is a little depressing.
I don't think that's probably an exaggeration. I'm pretty sure I've definitely read some X-Men books, just not in a while.
We'll be reading plenty of X-Men soon. But tonight we're enjoying
Yes, we
Tony's
will.
Red, Finger Lakes Table Wine from Terry's Wine and Spirits next door.
Green Arrow.
Look her up.
That's good.
She's on our
Yeah.
Facebook page. It
That's
is
actually
good.
not bad. I usually don't like wine at all.
It's a semi-sweet.
Yeah.
And speaking of the X-Men, next week we're going to get to our book review because Crystal's unavailable because work sucks. But announcing for next month, Days of Future Past will be our next book
Best
of the month.
comic book ever.
Word.
Ever. Even
Days
for
of-
being 2 issues.
It was only 2 issues. Notice how the hardcover is gigantic because it's everything related to the Days of Future Past universe ever.
Oh, really? So Days of Future Past was originally only 2 issues?
Yeah,
41
and
and
then
42.
This includes a lot of
141
other
and
tie-ins
142.
and stuff.
Yeah, this one includes X-Men 141, 142, X-Men Annual number 14, Excalibur number 52, number 67, and number 66, Wolverine Days of Future Past number 1 through 3, and material from Fantastic Four Annual number 23, with the New Mutants Annual number 6, X-Factor Annual number 5, and Hulk Broken Worlds number 2.
I bet you all of that will make it easier for someone like me who's not familiar with the X-Men. It'll make it easier to understand.
It all relates. That's why
it
it's
just
a
relates
hardcover.
that one
Well,
story.
just because I don't
'cause it's
really
so-
understand the context of where the universe was when Days of Future Past happened, so I think all that extra material will make it easier for me to kind of
Absorb it.
Yeah.
I should hope so.
just in time for the awesome new movie to come
Yes.
on out. So stoked. Have you guys watched all the new trailers?
I have, and I've watched all the controversy unfold too.
So great.
The movie's great. The controversy isn't. Sorry.
Yeah,
Not gonna talk about it.
A little dirty.
Oh, it's very dirty.
It's more than a little dirty.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Why am I drinking?
Oh, I can think it. Okay, I didn't want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it.
Why am I drinking?
I'm not going to say what we're talking about, but all I'm saying is, A, Jennifer Lawrence has no filter, so I'm dying to know what she has to say. And B, Ian McKellen always has something to say, and I'm dying to know what he has to say. I just feel like tweeting them non-stop for a week until one of them just breaks and says something god-awful on Twitter.
I personally can't wait to find out what Peter Dinklage has to say, because he's got a little bit of a sass to him. So
He does, but I mean, if they're pals, he's not going to say anything.
this is true.
So I'm just leaving it at that. I don't know. We're not saying nothing. I don't want to hold any judgment. I don't know what really happened to anybody, or who did what or anything. I don't know. I don't know the whole story. I don't want to judge anybody.
You're forgetting Peter Dinklage is in that movie.
I know Peter Dinklage is freaking Boulevard Trask. It's
gonna be
awesome.
really awesome.
Yeah, let's just focus on the
Period.
movie's gonna be awesome.
Yes. Incredible. As
I
long
don't
as
really
it's not
care
bad.
as much about Trask as the Sentinels themselves.
The Sentinels are exciting, but Trask is exciting for me because it's played by the guy who plays Tyrion on
Yeah,
Game of Thrones.
which
And
he's a
really
great
good
actor.
on Game of Thrones.
He's
Yeah.
a great actor.
So I'm excited that he
Give him
gets
that.
his chance to be in the X-Men universe, you know?
And I do like how last year at San Diego Comic-Con, they released that there are at least 4 different Sentinels in the movie. You haven't seen them yet. I think you only seen like 2 in the trailer.
Well, it's time travel, so we gotta see multiples.
So there's at
Yeah.
least 4 different Sentinels in the movies, though.
Yeah, I think I've seen 2, maybe 3.
Like in the trailer, they definitely released like
Because
2 different ones.
they're-
But at the San Diego Comic-Con, they had the heads for 4 different Sentinels
Nice.
on display there when they were
Well,
doing the
because
movie.
I
release.
remember there was the first picture that Singer uploaded of him with one of the Sentinels, and I
Yep.
think that was one of the earliest models. And then there's the Empire cover that has the really awesome current, like, future Sentinel.
Yep.
And then I think I remember seeing another Sentinel in one of the trailers, but it might have just been the first one. I don't know. But either way, I'm excited because I'm excited that they're bringing the Sentinels in because the Sentinels were always one of my favorite parts of X-Men.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's going to be sweet.
It was their way of showing as much blood and gore as they wanted.
Yep.
back when they had so much sensors. They could dismember and kill up as many robots as they feel, shoot oil everywhere. It was great.
And do that they did.
Well, I know I'm looking forward to the movie. I'm not looking forward to watching my favorite X-Men die in that opening sequence in the future, though. Some of my favorites.
Are they at?
Oh, people. Oh, is that how it starts?
Oh yeah, there's
a
no
lot
way.
of deaths.
There's no way that they can survive what's happening in that opening.
Oh, that's right. The Days of Future Past cover that has Wolverine and it's got all the wall behind him with all the people and it says deceased on them. So a bunch of people die.
Pretty much in every X-Men alternate future, they kill off everyone, or they show everybody die. Easy as that. So everybody's dying. They leave like 3-4 main characters.
Yeah, like Xavier, Magneto, and Wolverine will make it, and they'll send Wolverine back. You know what's messed up? Like after Wolverine's little like mental time travel trip, like at the end, like if he goes back to the future, it's like, hey guys, I did it. How is it? Oh no! You know, and that'll be our segue to Apocalypse. You know.
Oh, it's gonna be so great. That's how they did it in the cartoon.
That's what they did.
I was just so bummed the cartoon got canceled. The cartoon was awesome. Did you watch that one?
Yeah.
The Wolverine and the X-Men? Yeah. It was Days of Future Past the whole time, and then at the end of it, they finished Days of Future Past.
Oh, so that whole thing that they were doing in there was a similar. Okay. Yeah, because I remember what they were doing in that.
They were basing it off of that, and then the whole idea was that it was going to go into Age of Apocalypse in the second season.
Right.
Which would have been great, because they showed, like, the evil Cyclops there with the one eye.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm still just speaking, they were going something awesome and then they got canceled. That's why I'm still mad that Green Lantern, the animated series, got canceled, because Jeff Johns confirmed that they were building up to Blackest Night. And that would have been so awesome to see. And, like, they were bringing in all the corpse and everything, and it was getting so good. They had the Anti-Monitor was in it. It was awesome. And then Cartoon Network was like, nope, that and Young Justice are going bye-bye.
Yep.
And then they brought in Beware the Batman and Teen Titans Go.
And now even Beware the Batman.
And even Beware the Batman got canceled, yeah. So, like, DC Nation is just
when Batman's main
disarray.
Villain is Pig, I mean, there's no...
Oh, was that on Batman?
Yeah.
I never watched it. It looked terrible.
Not all of it was that bad, but
like, I like Batman, so I didn't watch it, but I read a little bit about it. I kind of followed it a bit, enough to know that this is definitely something I do not want to watch.
I like Pig though. I like Professor Pig. You don't like Professor Pig?
Not like this.
No.
Oh, I mean, I didn't see how he was in the show, and I don't.
I mean,
want
Professor
Pig
Pig is rocking it out on Batman Eternal. You
Yeah.
know? But I was gonna say, but on Beware the Batman, it's like no.
Well, he's a really dark villain, so I figured it would probably be strange to see.
Yeah, it's strange, but it's like
a kid's cartoon.
Yeah, it's right. It's supposed to be Saturday morning, but again, we came to talk about X-Men.
Yes.
I wanted to know. Yeah, we're talking about X-Men with you.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know about your thoughts on Legion and what happened in X-Men Legacy with him.
A little confusing.
Very confusing. He wrote himself out of existence with advanced mental powers or something.
But that's not even the confusing part. He's got a son from the future that is now trapped. In the new issue that's coming out next month, they've teased the cover already, of which they brought back from the Battle of the Atom. When they had the Battle of the Atom, the X-Men of the future, the Brotherhood of the Future came back to the past to send the old X-Men back, and then now the X-Men of the future came back with them, and they all got trapped in current time. And one of the people who came back was Charles Xavier, who is Legion's son, is what he said. He's the grandson of Charles Xavier. And now, the new issue coming out of All New X-Men next month, they have him as the villain, as like the Brotherhood coming back, with Wolverine's other son, apparently, who's never been mentioned ever, but looks like a fucking boss, with Mystique family as a child. So I'm a little confused on how if he writes himself out of existence, where only his girlfriend remembers him.
Yeah, well, he's like in Blindfold's head.
Yeah, living on Blindfold's head. How does he have a kid when he doesn't have one yet?
I don't know. Maybe Charles Xavier Jr. has to go meet his mom to figure that out.
I doubt he does not seem like the character who wants to.
No, he probably doesn't.
He's a very dark and very manipulative character.
He probably figures, I can't meet Blindfold or this is going to ruin everything. And then Blindfold's going to be like, you're the son I must never have, and then like end it.
she's pretty powerful. She's pretty amped up now after the whole Legion helped her get her powers back from her brother and everything. She's super amped up, actually. Comparable to the Cuckoos from where it ended. Like, she went toe-to-toe with them at one point.
I was going to say, but now, I mean, is she in any title right now?
No.
No, of course not.
She's just... Sometimes she pops up in Wolverine and the X-Men because she still lives at the school. She's not really a student, but she's not a teacher either.
It's like, I'm a mutant, so I live here. Leave me alone.
Exactly.
With my short shorts.
No, she's got like a full body costume going on.
Oh, finally, because that was such an offensive schoolgirl outfit they gave her in the last issue of Legacy. In case you didn't see me and Crystal review that in horror.
I missed that one. But her like actual costume is classic costume.
Okay.
That's her actual costume is, but then she does wear the schoolgirl uniform that they all have to wear at the school. I like that Quentin has been getting his own, pretty much his own title, Wolverine and the X-Men. Ever since they rebooted it, it's pretty much been all about him. Sure, Storm and Wolverine still lead it, but it's just been focusing on him and Edie, which I'm a huge fan of Edie. I've always liked the character ever since she came. Is one of the lights.
Edie's the one that he rescued from the new Hellfire Academy?
Yep. One of the original lights, Hope's lights. The one that's fire and ice manipulation.
I liked that Hellfire Academy story, but then I
thought it was fun.
Yeah, but I also felt like they just rushed it to conclusion. We're like, oh no, we gotta get out of here and do stuff.
They did. They rushed it because Battle of the Atom was coming out. And they wanted to get everything all tied up in all of the books so they can do the big crossover of Battle of the Atom.
So annoying.
Which nothing really came out of, except for right now. Now they're finally doing it. It's been over for like 3-4 months now. And now they're finally coming back around to it, all the loose ends they left. And now pretty much it's all in all new X-Men now. And Wolverine and the X-Men, they brought the reference of Storm and T'Challa's daughter, because she's kind of there hanging out.
Where did that come from?
They don't say.
They don't say she just has a kid?
Yeah.
That
she's from the future. She's one of the X-Men
from the future.
Yeah, with she has a giant Black Panther with her, and the Black Panther and her both have the same white tattoos. And when she so far has weather manipulation, you noticed, at least lightning, and her tattoos light up and the Panthers light up at the same time when she uses her powers.
Nice.
Instead of Storm's eyes turning white, her tattoos light up.
So unfortunately, Billiam had to leave us, but I did want to point out some really cool free comic book day stuff that we have.
It's free.
It's free on Free Comic Book Day, which is Saturday, May 3rd. Go reach out to your local stores, or if you're local to us, join us at Alternaverse. All right, so there's a new company called Red Giant, and they went crazy with Free Comic Book Day stuff. Look, they're all flip books with tons of stuff.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Dual Identity.
That's something.
And what is this? Pandora's Doubles.
Wayward Sons.
And Tesla.
Is that about Nikolai?
Yes.
What?
And it looks crazy and I love it.
Why didn't you tell me this before? I have to read it.
You know I love Nikolai Tesla.
Nikolai Tesla is the best.
Rocket Raccoon. I love it.
This started. Was it good? Oh, it's Free Comic Book Day. Okay.
It's Free Comic Book Day.
I didn't read it anyway.
And of course, Future's End Issue 0 on Free Comic Book Day. And it is good. Because I love a crazy alternate future thingy. So yeah, this is going to be fun and wild and
cool.
Bizarre. I think it's going to be cool.
I've been seeing ads for it.
But like I said, I love alternate futures.
Oh, yeah.
I hate when they ruin the present.
Alternate futures are fantastic.
So I'm actually looking forward to that.
Possibilities without fucking things.
Summer Blast. I know this is going to be Crystal's favorites.
Regular Show, Peanuts, Steven Universe, Adventure Time,
Hero Bear,
Gumball, the whatever, Garfield,
Uncle Granddad or whatever he is.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh yeah, Uncle Grandpa. Yeah.
Uncle Grandpa.
I forgot about Uncle Grandpa. I don't even know what that is, but I heard about it on Tumblr. And I only know who this guy is because of PrimeWire. I never watched it.
Have you caught up on Adventure Time?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh my god.
I have like 3 seasons to watch.
Oh, you can't. I can't handle it.
I need to do it, yes. Now that I know that there's a season currently on, I will do that.
Rise of the Magi by Mark Silvestri and Sume Kesson. So we got that to look forward to.
Am I to believe this is some sort of steampunk version of Star Wars?
Yes, you are to believe that.
Why?
Because it's just something fun and different.
Why does Darth Vader... I can't.
It's just...
I mean, I'm sure it's fun, but that's a lot to take in there looking at it.
Yeah, it's certainly different.
Steampunk Star Wars. Darth Vader has some sort of lance or something. It's weird.
Yeah, Lord Baron.
Lord Baron.
It's amusing. Now, here's some really cool. This is coming out on Free Comic Day from Udon Entertainment.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. And it's huge and it's beautiful.
It's a Shoryuken of a book.
This is a big freaking magazine filled with beautiful art. I mean, this is a really nice. This is really nice for free. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a short collection of stories.
Oh, just short stories. Oh, cool. Oh, Chun-Li. Doubling herself or something. The art in this is really pretty. It's really pretty. Ooh. This is probably the best stuff in this review. That's cool.
The last one's Akuma.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. So it's really good. So some of the things you can look forward to on Free Comic Day. I was going to feature the Batman Arkham thing, but then I found out it's not actually free, so that really upset me for HeroClix. So I'm like, no, there'll be no featuring that. Poo-poo.
Whoa. Batman Arkham what?
So HeroClix has made these quick start sets. The first one they ever made was Superman and Lex Luthor.
Okay.
For like $5, you have 2 figures that have all the basic powers on them, and their 2 cards explain all of their abilities.
Yes.
So like you have quick start rules to play with 2 figures against each other. They made one of Batman and Joker based on the Arkham. What was the last Arkham game?
Arkham City. Well, if it's Joker, then it's gotta be City, yeah.
Yeah, so it's based on Arkham City. So it's cool, and it comes with a little map, but it's $5. It says the Free Comic Day logo is on it. Yeah, it's also, you flip it over, it's like, yep, $5. So, no.
I buy that, though.
Maybe, and they're not officially tournament legal.
Oh, really?
You know, if they are tournament legal, like your store has to say, you know, they're tournament legal for... whatever. Yeah. Like, I would say they're tournament legal for silver.
I've always buy them just because I really like the Joker's design in the Arkham games.
Yeah, and it's fine because I've always said that they're tournament legal for silver anyway, but we did just actually have a genuine Arkham set. I don't know. I just didn't think it was too necessary.
Well, if they charge it, yeah, no. Bunch of whores.
Yeah. Terrible. Justice League United #0. I'm very impressed. You know, Jeff Lemire, he was on Animal Man, he took over. I'm a little confused as to why Animal Man and Stargirl are hanging out in Canada at the beginning of the issue. But other than that, it's a really great issue. I enjoyed it. It's a good setup. We meet the new Canadian Cree Native American girl, Mia Tabu. You know what? I'm going to open it up to get her name.
Cree and Native American.
Yeah, because Cree, not Cree like alien, Cree Native American.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, yeah, it's a right. I just thought, I thought you meant Cree.
Yeah.
Cree. Aliens.
Miabin.
Miabin.
MIIYAHBIN. Because there are a lot of Native Americans in Canada.
Is there?
Yes, that I happen to know.
Actually, that makes sense to me because I used to live 15 minutes from the Canadian border, and we had our Native American reserve not too far away from where I lived.
Yep.
And you could go there, and you could
like Shaman.
Yeah. You could go there, and you could buy really cheap cigarettes and gas.
But really cool reference, and so it's supposed to take place in Toronto, which is funny because Toronto is kind of was it Toronto? I believe it's Toronto. I find Toronto is so serene and kind of boring. So it's funny that just anything action packed is happening in Toronto.
Right.
Not really boring, but I mean it's serene. So yeah, good issue. Mostly it starts off with, it starts off taking place a few weeks ahead of schedule in the book, and then we go back to Animal Man and Stargirl hanging out with Adam Strange and the adventure taking off. So it's a good read, guys. Definitely check it out.
Well, it's just like you said, with nothing happening in Canada. It's just like Jim Carrey said in Anchorman 2, sometimes the lake freezes.
Secret Origins #1. It's a $4.99 book, but it's beefy. We get the origins of Superman, Robin, and Supergirl with Greg Pak, Kyle Higgins, Tony Bedard, Lee Weeks, Doug Mankey, and Paulo Siqueira. It's a great cast of artists and writers, and basically we get some filler items for the New 52 for these characters, and that's going to be the whole point of the Secret Origins series. So here we get more of Superman leaving Krypton, a little more of Superman being raised by the Kents in-depthly. For Supergirl, we get more of her time on Krypton, and for Dick Grayson Robin, we get more of his time living with Bruce Wayne and what mourning his parents versus Bruce mourning his parents was like. And where Alfred actually encouraged him to make mourning his parents not necessarily a ritual of being sad, but maybe a ritual of celebrating their life.
Wait, they talk about that in this book?
Yeah.
Because they also did that at the beginning of Batman and Robin.
Where Batman chooses, because now that he's a father, that he wants to celebrate his parents' life.
Yeah.
But at that point in time, Bruce did not have that going on.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying, is that they're addressing that's where he drew the idea from, I'm assuming.
No, because he doesn't hear this conversation that Alfred has with Dick.
Oh, Alfred has the Dick talk with... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he has
I zoned out a little bit. Okay.
Right. So what I think
I thought you said he had it with Bruce, but he has it with Dick. Okay.
He has it alone with Dick. And what I think is special about that conversation is the idea that Batman's thought process should change as soon as he becomes a dad in that manner. So I thought this was a great parallel. So I don't know what the deal. I don't know if it was similar writers or similar, or just inspired, reverse inspired writing, but I really liked it. Final issue of Teen Titans #30. It's crazy. Like, they even brought Skitter back, and they remember her, and she didn't want to be found. Raven gets healed a little bit, and she's cut off from Trigon. So that's nice. She doesn't have to be a crazy psycho villain anymore. Even though it was, like, really convenient.
Right. They brought Skitter back?
Yep. Only to find out that what looks like Amanda Waller might be her mother. But they don't actually address who the woman is. And I can't remember who the woman is.
Right.
But she looks like New 52 Amanda Waller. And that's who you get for making everybody look the same as soon as they're, you know, a single black female who's not chunky. DC.
I mean, and that's what you get for making Amanda Waller not chunky.
I know. She should be stout and Justice League Unlimited stout. Always.
Yeah, Justice League Unlimited stout is exactly what I was about to say.
That's who I want.
Her and Batman hated each other.
And
Justice
loved
League
each other.
Well, and they loved each other, yes.
Yeah, especially
but mostly hated each other. But Batman kind of has a weird hate-love relationship with most people.
I know, but
people are like, I hate you because you're Batman and you do whatever you want even though I tell you otherwise. But I love you because you're Batman and you do what you want even though I tell you otherwise.
No, with her, it's like, I love that she's like, I hate you because you're Batman. You think you can do whatever you want. Yeah. And she's like, I love you because you always come through in a pinch and there's no other human like you. Yep. And things could be different. I would tear you up, Bruce Wayne. And that's what I love. There's this crazy element in there that's like happening.
I have to watch. Apparently, I need to watch Justice League Unlimited.
Dude, he ambushed her in her shower. He ambushed her in her shower.
He gave her the towel.
Right, and she
wasn't mad. Yeah,
right, and she was not mad. And I do believe she kind of brushed the towel brushed the towel aside.
I believe so. Yeah.
Right. So I'm just saying.
No,
she was kind of like,
you're 100% right. I just never put that together.
She was like, yeah, Bruce. What? Like, I'm just like, I've loved that Amanda Waller ever since that episode. Ever since that. Anyone who ambushes you in the shower, and you're like, what? Amazing. So Batman Superman #9 is part 3 of First Contact. The madness continues. I think this came out of sequence. So the thought process with all the characters, Huntress is paired off with Superman, Power Girl is paired off with Batman. They all have different feelings on each other. Their internal dialogue, they're reestablishing, their thoughts on each other. Superman is starting to remember his experiences from his first encounter with Earth 2 Superman and Batman. So that's kind of interesting. And he's trying to get a grasp on what that is supposed to mean. And I don't know why I have this issue and it's out of sequence. I don't know what happened, but this is my first time seeing it. I don't know what kind of faux pas is there.
What do you mean by it's out of sequence?
Because I've already read like part 4 of First Contact.
Oh, right, because it's across multiple books. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was on purpose or I got mine late or what. Original Sin number 0 of 8. So this one follows the new Nova. And he's really interested in the Watcher. And he's like, I don't understand. What is the Watcher doing? He's like studying us. Right, he's always watching. Why is he studying all the time? He's like, is there going to be a test? So, and the heroes are like, we don't know why he does that. We've never asked him. So he actually goes to the Watcher to figure out what's going on. And Nova really just wants to know if his father's alive. And they actually have a beautiful moment where they connect emotionally, and Uatu tells him that his father's alive. You know, even though there's no reason they should connect emotionally, except Uatu starts by telling him a story about the previous Watchers, and one that involves his own father.
Who is the Watcher exactly? Is he like similar to like a Guardians of the Universe?
Nope,
type
they
of
just watch, and their greatest sin is that
he watches over everything.
Well, he watches this version of Earth, but every Watcher watches a different version of Earth.
Oh, okay, so there's multiple.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, so, using a different Green Lantern analogy, it's similar to how the Green Lanterns each have their own sector.
Yes.
They each have their own, and they keep watch.
They each have their own universe.
So do they just watch, or do they ever take, like, intravenous measures?
No, they don't intervene because it's forbidden. Watch. Because when they did intervene, it caused havoc. Okay. So he actually tells a story in relation to that, and they have a little bond over that, and then he goes, I just want to know if my father's alive, you know, that's all I want to know, and if you'll answer, and blah, 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 and he goes, yes, your father's alive. Okay. So Nova's really excited, and good. Issues like 18 and 19 of Nova will actually show Nova following his course on finding out about his dad.
Right.
Which, again, Newsrama spoiled that for me before I even got to read the issue today.
Thanks to the internet.
Yep. Superman number 30, Ed Venice is doing the art. Really great art. It leads to Superman Doomed, which we all know about my feeling. Oh, the cover's not so hot.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, we all know how I feel about the actual storyline of Superman Doomed. I already cursed it on Facebook and said, who do I have to choke out at DC over this?
You cursed it on Facebook? I didn't see that. I heard you tell me that you weren't stoked about it, but I didn't know you cursed it on Facebook. That's funny.
I did. I was like, who do I have to choke at DC? Because I saw Superman like hulked out as Doomsday. Like Doomsday's infested him, and he's like roar attacking people, and I'm like, oh. All right, Hero Bear. It's super sweet. It's a follow-up to classic Hero Bear.
And the kid.
It's issue number 1 of 5. So the kid is Santa Claus's grandson.
Oh, really?
Yes. So he has a magical destiny that he's going to have to fulfill.
What's Hero Bear's deal? Is he just like a polar bear?
He's a magical gift that was given to him, a little bear, a plushy bear, that becomes a superhero.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like Calvin and Hobbes with
Santa's
superpowers.
Kid?
And this is Santa's grandson.
Just for an extra level of cuteness.
Yep.
That sounds adorable.
It's awesome.
Now, is the bear actually alive, or does he just picture the bear's alive like Calvin and Hobbes?
Oh, no, the bear's a superhero.
Okay, the bear is a superhero.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Cool.
It's really
How did he become a superhero?
Because he's magic.
Oh, because he's magic.
And he's a gift from Santa.
Right.
I mean, like, how fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't even
That sounds awesome.
It is awesome. It's wonderful. It is heartwarming.
Maybe a little out of season, but heartwarming.
Well, no, because it's not a Christmas story.
Well,
because it started as a Christmas story.
Santa is synonymous.
Well, right, he's not even synonymous, but he's not even referred to as Santa. He just says, my grandfather left me this gift, and they just show Santa slipping out the chimney, and he goes, and I know I have a special destiny, and he stands in front of the mirror, and in the mirror he's got the beard and the hat.
Oh, wow.
Right? But he doesn't talk about it, and then they go into, hey, Bear, it's time. And he goes, oh, it's adventure time? He goes, no, it's hero time. And then, like, they put on their capes, and he hops on his back, and they fly off to the zoo. So do they
go to the zoo to free animals?
No, they go to fight a villain.
Oh, to fight a villain?
There's a crazy zoo villain there.
I gotta read that book.
Yep.
That sounds awesome.
It is. It's adorable. I can't even handle it. It's by Kaboom, and it's about time it has a sequel. Fantastic Four with James Robinson and Leonard Kirk. We all know I love James Robinson. This issue's a novel. This issue is so full of text.
There's even a lot of text on the cover.
There's even a lot of text on the cover.
Read 4 different fonts.
Yeah.
And 2 speech bubbles. The Human Torch is finished, and so is the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, this is all leading up to, like, so Sue has been documenting this from the near future of, like, how the whole team has been falling apart.
Right.
So that story continues, and, like, it all starts with Johnny, like, not having his powers, and Reed going on about how, like, Johnny's already died from his last trip to the negative zone, and he's not really sure what's wrong with him.
I was just about to say, Johnny Storm died, didn't he?
Yeah, but he lived,
and then,
because the Nihilists messed with him. So,
the Nihilists?
A Nihilist.
Oh, a nihilist. Oh, I thought you said the nihilists.
No, a nihilist.
As in those who don't care about anything.
Yeah, that would be
I was
awful.
going to say, oh man, they brought the nihilists into Fantastic Four. That'd be fantastic.
So this is actually a cute issue about Ben, and he actually goes to talk to Alicia, and Alicia's being spied on by her crazy stepfather, who is Puppet Master, and Ben is promising Alicia how he'll be there to protect her, and Puppet Master's like, no you won't, you big monstrous buffoon, no you won't! So,
Monstrous buffoon.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm being generous with the words. And last but not least, Batman Eternal #3. So for Stephanie haters, she's in it. In the beginning and in the end. And so is her dad and his buddies. For Stephanie lovers, she's in it. Finally, she's here. So yeah. I don't know. I'm neutral. I'm Stephanie neutral. Yeah.
Really?
I'm Stephanie.
They brought Stephanie Brown in?
Yep.
Ooh. That's cool.
Say Stephanie lovers. I'm Stephanie.
Well, I'm pretty Stephanie neutral, but
I'm Stephanie neutral.
I'm excited about the idea of them bringing in more characters like that because I knew that they hadn't used her yet.
So in this issue, I mean, she's appeared before, but this is where she appears.
Well, yeah, yes.
She goes to go handle the garbage at her dad's house, and this is where she discovers her father's a supervillain. She's like, why are you dressed like that? Who are these people? There's like, Signal Man is like sitting at a freaking like supervillain table in her dad's garage. Like, who is that girl? Shut her up immediately. And like her dad's like chilling there in the Clue Master outfit. Like, Stephanie, you really shouldn't be here. I'm not going to ruin the rest of it.
Terrifying.
Professor Pig is obviously a recurring theme in the issue. Since issue 1, he was the villain.
Yes.
We touch on other things happening in Gotham City, and of course, the hunt for Batman is about to begin. So,
there's a hunt for Batman happening.
Yeah.
See,
the police department versus Batman.
I only read the first issue, so as far as I was concerned, the hunt was on James Gordon.
Oh, and now the hunt is shifting.
Now the hunt is shifting to Batman. Okay.
Yeah, and somehow...
That's okay. Batman's used to being hunted. I didn't like everybody turning on Gordon. That didn't make me happy.
I didn't like everyone turning on Gordon, and I'm not sure that that's quite gone away. Maggie hasn't turned on anybody, because, you know, Maggie Sawyer's awesome,
of course,
and she's involved, so that's cool.
That's good, yeah. But Batman's always being hunted in one way or another, I feel.
Yeah. So it was a good week. Good week for comics. I very much enjoyed. Actually, I didn't even think I was going to start that way. Maybe the wine is getting to me. You know, I didn't think it was going to be such a good week, but I'm pleased. It was nice, probably because I had a long day. You know.
Yeah.
Crystal's so sorry she wasn't here, but we had a nice time. There was pizza beforehand. Yes.
We hope that she feels better.
Yeah, I definitely hope she feels better. So, Green Lantern review next week, some way, somehow.
I can't wait. I was excited to talk about it today.
I know. Maybe Chance will join us too.
But I think before next week I'll reread it just so my thoughts are fresh. Because I have a lot of things that I want to touch on, but I know that there was more.
I enjoyed it. And my key thing about enjoying it was reading it away from the third army storyline.
I mean, I had two things that really I didn't, kind of could have been better, but I'll save that for next week.
Okay. Cheers.
Other than that, it was good.
Till next week. Thank you for joining us.
Tonight.
Arrow's on tonight. Seeing Red.
4 more episodes.
Wait, Seeing Red? Seeing Red.
Seeing Red, yeah.
Seeing Red.
Yep. Red one.